Okay, ladies, like always, if you do this and you tell people you watch my channel, I'm gonna show up at your door because we're gonna have a problem. No guy, no woman should ever do this with a guy with a guy that they want to be respected with. That makes any sense. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video, and as we talk about it, this is a perfect example as to what to never, and I mean never, do with a guy that you like, because if you do this, he'll instantly lose respect for you. Let's watch.
Because their relationship is the one that I'm invested in the most. Let's just get right into it. We're gonna recap part 2 of the tell-all and only Big Ed and Liz's parts, because their relationship is the one that I'm invested in the most out of all the—
And mind you, this is a really pretty woman. I mean, I don't know why, but she looks Filipino or Asian. I don't know. I mean, Filipino or Hispanic. I don't know what she is, but she pretty much commits the most cardinal sin to ever do, especially when a guy's a narcissist. Okay, so let's watch this.
the couples, and I don't know why. It may have something to do with how repulsive Ed is, or how angry he makes me, or how frustrated I get with Liz. You know how there are some things in life that you just love to hate. For example, there are some celebrities or influencers that people just hate follow.
Jesus Christ.
Or hate watch. And yeah, well, for me, that's Ed. So we see Ed and Liz talking, and Ed seems to have forgotten why they broke up. So Liz reminds him that he left her and went to Vegas to hook up with some sugar babies.
I'm trying to figure out why we broke up. Can you tell me?
First of all, he knows why. And look at that smile. Look at that smile, right? He's enjoying this power. You know? Never give your power up to a guy. You want to know how you give up your power? When you're not willing to walk away. When you're not willing to walk away from a guy, that fills that guy with so much serotonin. You know what serotonin is? Serotonin is a neurochemical that you feel when you feel respected. Okay? That makes them cocky. That makes them arrogant. And it reveals their true self. When somebody feels like they have power over somebody, they will either turn tyrannical or they will turn compassionate because they see the person is vulnerable. Okay? And what we're about to watch, like I said before, if you do any of these things, do not, and I repeat, do not tell people you watch my channel.
The drinking. And I hate, with a burning passion, how Ed does that stupid knot.
Yeah, because he likes it. He fucking likes it. I think it's masochism when you enjoy seeing people in pain. That's what it is. And it's also revenge for the women who hurt him. He's using this woman to get revenge on all of the other women who hurt him.
Like,
oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of Ed constantly being the victim. He also constantly turns the blame around on Liz and fails to take any responsibility for his actions.
What killed me was that it was like final. Like it was really over.
You made it final.
But you accepted it.
No, I didn't. You dropped my off and then blocked me and left to Vegas.
And you still came back to him. Lord have mercy. When somebody does that, ladies, why would you think it's going to get any better? He clearly doesn't respect you, and yet you still give him respect? Are you serious? And I know a lot of you ladies, some of you ladies are dating guys like this. Guys that treat you like absolute shit, and you still keep going back, and you beg. What the hell do you think you're going to get out of that? Use your heads.
Yeah, I did.
Look, there's that stupid knot again. Like,
He likes it.
Yeah, I did that.
There's just always doubt in my head that you're still gonna throw me away. So,
Sean replays a scene where Ed asks Liz to move in. Liz is like, wow, another fast move, but okay.
You see, whenever somebody tries to speed things up with you, take that opportunity to gain power. In other words, she fucked with her. My advice to her would have been this. Tell him this. For the love of God, tell him this. I don't like the way things ended. Are you willing to make it up to me? That's what you got to say. Are you willing to make it up to me? Because you don't even know you're the one that's high value. You're the one that's high value. But the reason you don't recognize it is because you're giving him so much power. You're making him feel so cocky that he feels he could get away with it. You're the one with the power. He's the short one. He's the turtle. Okay, I made fun of him. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. Sorry. Lord, forgive thy child. But anytime somebody, he pretty much dumped her, went to get sugar babies, and she still came back to him. He does not even fucking respect her. He sees her as a piece of dirt. Anytime you let a guy do that to you, they see you as a piece of dirt. They brag about this to their friends. And they talk so much shit about you because it makes them look cool. It makes them look like they're pimps. Why? Because you're giving him that power.
And Ed goes, Liz thinks I'm moving too fast, but I don't.
And I want to ask you to move in.
That's another fast move. But yes.
For her.
Anytime a guy speeds things up, tell him that's too fast and pull away. Because he's gonna get self-conscious, insecure, and it pretty much swings the power, the pendulum of power to you. Because it shows neediness on his part. And you gotta call it out. If you accept it, it pretty much shows neediness on your part, and the person loses respect for you. For the love of God. You're making women look bad doing this.
I'm moving too fast, but I don't feel like I'm moving too fast at all.
Ladies, let's
Well, of course you're not moving too fast because she's accepting it. Of course not.
forget that the only thing that matters is what Ed thinks and what Ed wants. Liz talks about why their relationship didn't
But it's Liz's fault. She's the one giving him the power.
work, and Ed starts to cry, and he admits that he doesn't listen.
That
I'm gonna have to make another video about victims. Men who play the victim, honestly. Because there's so much in this motherfucker. There's so much in this dude that we could just break down. It's unbelievable.
I don't listen.
No shit, Sherlock. God, I'm really sick of Ed's tears because I don't believe they're real. I do think that he's a super emotional guy.
Let me tell you something. Anytime somebody cries consistently, they're using it for manipulation. And anytime you cry and the person doesn't show any emotions, it means they're seeing right through your manipulation. Tears is a tool that should be used sparingly, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You should use tears for the most important of things. Do not use tears for everything. Tears could easily backfire on you if you use it too much.
But those tears are more for gaining sympathy from the audience. Like I've said before, he loves playing the
It got sympathy from me because I'm a nice guy, right? I'm an empathic dude, so it got sympathy from me. But the more I saw it, the more I saw the bullshit.
victim. And at first, I actually thought, oh, maybe he believes that he's constantly being screwed over.
Yeah.
But then as soon as someone points out, like, for example, when Liz points out that he was, in fact, the instigator, or he's the one that broke up, he's the one that did this, he immediately reacts by nodding and acknowledging that they're right. Ed continues to talk about therapy, and he only mentions it about 100 times.
Things I'm working on in therapy, which is awesome. It's so...
And you know what? Empathic women fall for these scumbags. I think a part of why she's with him is because she's somebody that is a really nice person, and it's easy to engage her emotions if you use weakness, which is what he's doing. He's using weakness to elicit power from her. Because by using weakness, she feels bad. She forgets about the negative things. Because what happens is that when you use weakness, it releases oxytocin in a person. And the oxytocin prevents you from leaving a certain individual or a group because you fear you want to connect with them. You know, like oxytocin makes you want to connect. And when you want to connect with somebody, you forget about the negative things. That's why even when your parent mistreats you and treats you like shit, you go back to your parents because you have there's oxytocin that's motivating you to connect. Right, so we can see that part of us that's meant to connect is also the part of us that allows us to connect with toxic people, because what they do, they play the victim, and then you feel like you need to help them because they look sad, they look all depressed and all that bullshit, which causes you to open up and forget about the negative things that he did. That's what oxytocin does. Whenever you feel bad, whenever you have compassion for people, it's oxytocin inspiring you to connect with them. And that's why people go back. They forget about all the negative things. It happens with zebras, right? And herd animals who are part of herds. if you notice, there's safety in the group, but even if you look at the zebras being zebras and shit, you'll notice that zebras sometimes bite at each other. They sometimes kick each other. They sometimes even kick each other's children. And the zebras don't leave because they know that by leaving, they're in more danger. And also, when there's danger around them, when there's a lion trying to eat them, the zebras actually link up, become even closer because they see an enemy and they themselves protect each other. And so they forget about the fact that they kicked each other. They forget about the fact that they bit each other, that they're violent towards each other. Why? Because there's a bigger enemy. That bigger enemy to a woman like her is being alone. He's the zebra. So even though he mistreats her, she feels like he's the only one that she could get that comfort from. Why the fuck? I don't know. Maybe he reminds her of her dad. I don't know. But she's pretty much jaded. She needs Father Alex.
Oh, awesome.
Does anyone else feel like he's using his therapy as a way to convince everyone that he's becoming a better person and also using it to excuse his bad behavior? Sean asks Liz if she would give Ed another chance.
Is there a future for you two?
And I'm sitting over here watching this thinking, yes, go Liz, tell him off and humiliate him on national TV, please. Please. But no.
I've missed Ed a lot this last month. I still love him.
Girl, why?
And I deal with clients like this a lot, and I have compassion for them because, again, it's similar to when a parent mistreats its child. The child has no other choice but to return because they feel comfort in them. It's oxytocin inspiring you to go back to that abusive person because the desire to connect is greater than the pain. We're social primates. The human animal has to connect. And this is what's going on with her. It's pretty much her systems are fucked.
Yeah. What the?
I told him, like, if we were to give it a fair chance, it has to be a fair chance.
Whatever the hell that means. I don't know what a fair chance means.
I would want to go to therapy together.
Therapy's not going to work. He's like, yeah, sure, let's bring the therapist. Oh, my Lord.
Point, I am super frustrated. And I know, as she says this, everyone else, along with myself, is pretty much bashing their head against an imaginary wall.
And cutting out our drinking.
I don't think cutting out the drinking is going to prevent his...
But you know what? We've all been that person at one point. We've all been that person. The human animal is an irrational primate. All animals are irrational. But the human animal, because our large cerebral cortex, we think we have dominated our reptilian brain, but we haven't. We really haven't. We are as irrational. We are as irrational as the Mayans were. We are as irrational as the Egyptians were, who believed in gods. We are as irrational as the fucking dog. It's that simple.
Eyes from wandering, okay? That's just a part of who Big Ed is. He loves the 20-year-old ladies, and the younger the better. Now, Sean asks...
Hey, man, I don't blame him, you know? But not illegal, though. Like I always say, me and my dick, we're law-abiding citizens. We know the law in and out, okay? And we walk around the world with the U.S. Constitution and laws in our heads, okay? So there's a certain limit that Father Alex has. I'll go with like fucking 19, 18, I don't know about that. But 19, 20, it's fine with me. Plus I'm 30. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when I'm 52, I won't be attracted to them. Who fucking knows, man? We'll see when I get older.
Ed, are you going to try to work this out with Liz? And oh my God, he hesitates.
I kind of went into this because I knew not everything about Liz's life, but I knew enough that I just saw all these challenges.
Challenges?
You see, this is what happens when you give a guy so much power. They don't respect you. I could promise you, if Liz was the one who was acting disinterested, if Liz was the one who pulled away from time to time, he'll be the one who'll be acting like a dog. He'll be the one who'll be begging for her. But this makes no sense. This woman is literally begging this dude to be with her. Makes no sense. But you know what? It makes sense. Because the human animal is irrational. Nothing shouldn't make any sense. The human animal is irrational. It's that simple.
What challenges?
And I would even make a list. My daughter made me a list. What do you like about Liz? And, you know, and what what frustrates you. And
He just said that one of his frustrations about Liz was that she was in her 20s, when he only seeks out women in their 20s. Ed says that he made a pros and cons list about Liz, things that he likes versus things that he doesn't like. And according to him, he was able to list 3 whole things that he liked about her. And then he listed about 20 things that he did not like about her. Wow, that's just wonderful.
So, Liz, would you get back together with Ed?
I do have hope we can make it work.
Hope. 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 Read. Hope. Hope. You have hope. After he did all. You know what?
Oh my God, Liz. Why do you even want to try again when you know how he is? Oh, and by the way, I'm so sorry that you guys have to hear me constantly whine and complain in this video.
Why try it again? I mean, unless you really want to commit to Liz and knock off the bullshit, then why? Why drag her through all this crap?
Yes, Colty, yes. Oh my God, why is this show making me agree with Colt? This feels wrong. Fernanda decides to be a girl's girl and exposes Ed for the creep that he is by telling Liz that Ed actually wanted to holler at her roommate.
Behind the scenes, and he told me to say hi to my roommate and that she's really pretty.
And that doesn't seem to faze Liz for some reason.
yeah, that's
Wow.
true. That happened.
Oh my
And my
God.
roommate, by the way, she's 26.
And she still gets. She got Look, baby, if you're watching this, boo boo. I don't know what you went through that you are accepting this. Seriously, I don't know what you went through that you are accepting this. But this is backward shit. This makes no sense. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Did you guys see the face that Ed was making when Fernanda mentioned her roommate's age?
Liz, what?
I don't care that she's 26. Okay, because women tend to judge guys who date younger women. Who gives a fuck? It's always been like that. Evolutionarily, historically speaking, it's always been like that. You know, so it's kind of like people got to get used to it. This is what has been happening for ages until even primates, even monkeys, bonobos, chimps, orangutans, they usually bang younger primates. It's just how it is. Okay, we're not any different. What makes you think you're any different than all the other apes? We are a combination of every other ape. We have the sexuality of bonobos. We have the irrational, psychotic nature of chimps. We could also be isolated like orangutans. Like we're a combination of all the primates here, man. It's like you're not any different, my dude.
What is your reaction to that?
I know that he loves me.
Oh, girl, come on. Like, at this point, like, what can you do? You can only lead a horse to water, but they have to drink it, right? And everyone led Liz to the water, and she just won't drink that water.
I am willing, if you're willing to. I don't want to make a decision based off of other people's opinions. I want to make a decision based off of what we're doing together.
Ugh. Oh, my God. Father Alex is about to have a headache. What is wrong with you, woman? What is wrong with you? What is your problem?
Either Liz is super broken and desperate and she has Stockholm Syndrome, or she wants to come back for next season. And hey,
it has to be that. It has to be that. There is no other explanation. There is no other explanation. Because when you beg a guy to take you back, do you think he's gonna say, "Oh wow, this is the catch. This is the girl I've been with"? No, he sees you as a needy, desperate person. You cannot respect that. They'll always be late to dates. They'll always treat you like shit because you know that they know you're always gonna be there like the junkie that you are.
Because when else is she gonna get a paycheck like this? I can kind of respect the hustle, but you guys, sometimes I watch her and I think she might actually love him.
She loves him, man. You can see it in her face. You can see it in her face. You can see it in how mad she gets. I mean, come on, man. Look at this girl. This girl's literally begging this to come on, man. This is like, he's not even. This makes no evolutionary sense. You know, honestly, this makes, other than her having daddy issues and her dad doing the same shit Ed is doing to her, which will cause a projection where she won't even see him. She'll see him. She'll see a representation of her father, which will cause her to create that connection in order to restore it because she couldn't restore the other one with her dad. That's the only explanation I can think of.
which I just cannot understand or respect. Sorry, not sorry. She reminds me of this friend I had a few years ago who constantly went back to her ex-boyfriend, and he would like always lie to her and manipulate her and take these random weird trips with older women and say that it was for, quote, work. Yeah. Anyway, she would take him back over and over and over again. And eventually it just made me lose all the respect.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? You are losing your life. You're losing the opportunity to meet a great guy because you're entertaining the wrong guy. And it'll create neural pathways in your brain where the only way for you to feel alive is to have conflict. You don't want to create those neural pathways in your brain, my dude. You want to cut off a guy like this as soon as possible.
I had for her, and Liz just kind of reminds me of that friend.
I just still haven't gotten an answer from Ed. Ed, yes or no? You want to give it another shot or no?
I don't even think he really wants it anymore. He just likes the attention.
Because he doesn't respect her.
I swear he was way more into her when he wasn't sure how she felt about.
Exactly. But when you give him that power by validating him so much, by being there, by forgiving him, what the heck do you think he's gonna do?
Him, or if he could get her in a relationship. But now that he knows she loves him, he does not even want her. Like, look at him. He could not care less.
And he'll like her if she breaks up with him, which is the irony.
The only thing that gives me pause
The only thing that gives you pause should be you. It's you. You're the problem.
is the fact that
Yes
we're
and no.
not going to be able to figure out our Ed in 3 sessions.
Basically, the rest of the segment is pitiful because Liz is practically begging Ed to give her another chance. Like, she's really begging.
How about yes or no?
I think it's enough to see if we can try to communicate. I want to see if we are on a right path to communicate. And I feel like we can get that. Or who knows, maybe within the next couple of days our communication will be better. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to Liz. Like, girl, are you thinking straight? She begs and begs, and he basically says yes. So, yeah. Hey Liz, you secured a spot on next season. Woohoo! I want to know how many people out there really believe that Liz is truly in love with Ed, or if she's doing this just for show.
I don't know, man. The problem is that she looks pretty fucking convincing to me, man. That's a problem. You know? She looks pretty convincing to me. You know? She looks pretty convincing to me. If you guys want to learn more about this, I have a course that's upcoming. It's called Male Nature. It's gonna come up maybe in November, at the end of September, I believe. If you guys want to, I'm just letting you know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm gonna allow you guys to pre-order it. I think in September, once I have like 2 or 3 videos up. It's gonna be uploaded month by month, and it's gonna be done within 2 or 3 months or so. So just keep that in mind. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org for more to work with me one-on-one for toxic dating advice. Stay toxic, my ladies. All right, ladies. So finally, I have released my second course for women, which is natural chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're gonna get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine, natural chemistry. No more short-term partners. No more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week, but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this 3rd week, setting boundaries. We go over the 3rd week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, 4th week. 5th week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses, my Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are 1, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything, the laws of human nature. I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free, and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out, because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're going to love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now, all right? I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.